And we're back after a long pause. Today we're going to be talking about many things, but football centered, I would guess, because we've had two friendlies ahead of World Cup 2026. Branko, Nicola, me on the topic. I'm going to start with Colombia, the first one of the
Go
two
for it.
games. 2-1 Colombia. We beat Colombia. They were played in the States, right?
In Orlando, right?
Orlando, I think it was, right? And I got to be honest with you, I didn't watch them as they were going on. I had some family business, so I caught up after the
They're
fact.
at 2 a.m. Croatian time. You know,
Well, fair enough, but I had some family business.
I hope
was
the
taking
World
care
Cup doesn't end up like that.
of. It's kind of gonna, I think.
Yeah.
Eh?
I mean, I'm just gonna have to drink at a
How'd they
bar
do
till
it?
2.
Yeah, exactly. Come home sloppy at 3 in the
What
afternoon.
can you do, right?
Didn't they do that when it was what was it in the States the last time? It was 84, not 94, 92?
Yeah.
But they had them really early. They had
Early
them
games,
like 1 in the
right?
afternoon, and people were the footballers were complaining that it's scorching hot
Yeah.
at 1 in the afternoon there,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know what they're gonna do this time.
Well,
And the players, I think, had it right because they didn't look good. They
well,
were,
it was like, what was it, cut that
Yeah, 2022. Yeah.
they had to move them till like 11 o'clock at night because
Yeah,
you
it was
wouldn't
just too
survive,
much.
right? Yeah. Anyways, Colombia 2-1 win for us. I'm
Yep.
going to go off for a second and you guys just chime in when you feel like
Mm-hmm.
it. All right, 2-1 Colombia. We looked on defense like demented prairie dogs.
Hmm.
Literally. I'm going to give that a bit of a pass because I get it. You've got to put in a bunch of young players now to fill those holes that are left, right? We don't have Domogue Vida anymore. That whole generation is slowly.
was Guardiola playing?
Guardiola isn't playing. He's still
Yeah,
coming
he's
back
still,
from
yeah.
he's injured, but my God, did it not look impressive? It really did not look good.
I take that with a grain of salt.
Fair enough.
He is experimenting, and he said he
Absolutely.
would, and he
Absolutely.
said he's going to play every single player
And he
in
did.
those two games.
And he did.
The second game, Brazil, he changed 7 players in the starting lineup.
Yes.
Yeah, so
And looking at that now, I've got all the time in the world for trying out new combinations and trying out new players. And to be honest with you, put them in the fire and see how they react, right? Okay.
I mean, and them looking like demented prairie dogs, did you call it?
Yeah.
That's good. Because he sees that then. Okay, if I put
Fair
these
enough.
guys in, we're looking at demented prairie dogs.
Fair enough.
Let's change it up.
Colombia was more of a situation that they didn't capitalize on 17 plus chances, and we got lucky.
Now, I was reading somewhere online, someone commented that Colombia is one of the top teams in the world. I
Yeah,
just
I
I
think
don't
they're 10.
see
I
that.
don't
think they're 10.
believe that.
I don't
Are
see
they-
I think
that.
they're 10, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't see that.
They didn't play like that. I mean, that open goal miss. I mean, I took notes. This is how irritated I was. Is I went back and I took notes. So we give up a goal in the first 2 minutes of play.
Yeah, the third minute, yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
That is like literally just you're sleeping. It's got like, oh, there he goes.
Oh, we're playing it?
Yeah, it's like, oh, that was a starting. I'm just like, no, that's not going to work. I get it. This is the time to make the mistakes. This is why we have friendlies, but you better get that stuff in gear. Somewhere, I got to get this right because this was just hilarious. Suarez in the 30th minute of play misses an open goal. I'm sure you guys saw this. This was like open, like the seas parted, like like Moses parted the Red Sea. That's how open it was. You could have driven 24 semis through that opening, and dude just kind of whiffed it. And okay, great, good for us, he whiffed it. But our defense was like, wow, what's going on? I couldn't believe it. I literally could not believe it. We got good players on defense. We really do.
Yeah.
That young kid Vuskovic is also looks like he's a stud.
Yeah. I think Nicola's going to talk about him later.
Well, I just have a printout of player comparisons and that kind of thing. They definitely put a lot of stock in the kid.
Oh,
I mean, he scored 3 minutes after the first goal, right?
Yeah.
He scored in the 6th minute.
Okay,
And,
that was effectively an own goal. It was more of a lucky score, but
Got
fair
credit for
enough.
it
But
in his
what
first start,
what I
yeah.
appreciate is that he was up there. He's like a
Yeah.
Guardiola. He'll move up and he'll
Yeah.
create a situation for them, and that's great. But my God, was our defense shoddy, like just ridiculous. And like my summary just for the first half was they should have scored at least one, if not 3 more goals, and that's not just like could have like this was like kind of other than the wide open net, there was like 3 more that were just like If it was Schuker would have scored. You know what I mean? It was that's why I don't think Colombia is a top contender,
Right.
personally.
Yeah.
They really couldn't capitalize. Then, what I would say is this: what I saw positive was at 37, Perisic is still providing.
Oh, he's good.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
is he good?
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
just
yeah.
ridiculous.
And they love him in PSV too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like he he reminds me so much of Yarni. There is not a cross that he puts in that isn't useful.
Yeah, he's just on the other. Is he on the left or on the right now? Because he kept switching.
He kept switching, and that's what I like about him. You can put him anywhere, and
Yeah.
you know he's effective anywhere you put him. You know,
I read an article on him in PSV. They love him. He's kind of like Modric was in the Real locker room. He's like the captain, and he's bringing up the young guys.
Yeah.
You know, being like a big brother kind of thing, and they all love him for it.
he's a senior statesman,
Yeah.
and I'd say that honestly, he's a senior statesman across football, not just in PSV.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
Dude is 37. He is still one of the fastest guys on the pitch.
Yep.
It's ridiculous, and he'll never send you a useless ball.
No.
It's always on the spot, right?
Yep.
The other thing I noticed is I really liked. I gotta admit, in our discussions, we have a colleague. Her name is Martina, and she got me onto Mario Pasalic. I really like that guy.
Yep.
Low key, hard worker, knows the grindstone, running, and always creating something. Right. And I like what the two of them were doing in that first game. I thought that was really good. And in the second half, starting note, more shoddy defense. To everyone's surprise. Seriously, you kind of
More prairie dogs.
Yeah, you can't kind of make it up. I mean, come on, man. You got to have some communication, right? When Guardiola's in there, I get it. He's our central. He's the key of our focus of our defense. The reason he is because he is the general on the field. He's saying like, you there, I got this, blah blah blah.
Yeah, he's got the
People
defense.
know where they need to be.
You got to communicate.
Yeah. So I'm going to take this with a huge grain of salt, but still, it didn't look impressive. It really
Well,
didn't.
how close is Guardiola to recovery?
Honestly,
He's running. He's running apparently.
He's running? Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be ready by June.
He could be playing for Man City, I think, as of in the next few weeks.
Not worried
I
about
heard.
Man
Yeah.
City.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
not.
worried about
Screw Man
Croatia.
Well, yeah, I know. But he's got to get some game time.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
no?
He doesn't.
A little
That's
bit.
one of those guys at that age, in my opinion. That's one of those guys. If if he's in a wheelchair, when he's at that height of, because it's not just your physical body. He's mentally so in tune,
Yeah.
and you can tell it just by the way he controls the field, right? No, if he's in a wheelchair, I'm putting him out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, get
No,
out there,
he'll
go.
be ready.
You're good,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, I think I'm being harsh, but I'm being harsh with purpose. We have to make sure that's on spot. A couple of things that I saw that kind of, so when Musa came in, Peter Musa, I have this feeling like he's just waiting to kind of open a can of whoop ass and start scoring goals because he's always somewhere there in the periphery. That volley he put in, I think that was against Brazil or.
Well, this is the thing. Musa is interesting because apparently he plays very well in Portugal, right? Plays for
No,
Benfica.
he's
Dallas.
he's in Dallas.
Oh,
now.
he's in
FC
Dallas.
Dallas.
Wait.
Yeah, he went
He's,
from
I think he's
Portugal.
the
to-
leading,
he
he's
did?
the leading scorer, at least on his team.
on his team, I think he is.
At least, yeah.
He's really killing it.
Well, I stand corrected.
Yeah.
But he was doing really well in Portugal.
That's the thing. A lot of players, like let's take Perisic. He plays well for Croatia, but that finish somehow always evades him. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, at PSV, you see that he can do it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the goals are going in, not necessarily him scoring, but setting them up.
Yeah.
And it's just like something needs to he needs a little break in the glass to completely push through.
Right.
And I wish he could do it for Croatia. I'd love to see it. Like, he plays fantastic, but it's just somehow it always happens that, I feel sorry for him, kind of.
Yeah.
It's not happening like it is at the club, right?
Exactly.
When you'd
So,
like to see it at the national level.
Colombia, 60th minute of play and 65th minute of play. 60th gets an excellent pass from Sucic, who, by the way, kudos. That kid is strong, man.
Yep.
And, you kind of look at him, and then he starts playing, you're going like, oh, wow. You're like, it's really smooth. I don't know. That's the way I saw it. I hadn't really paid too much attention. When he made the move to Inter, I was kind of like, oh, wow, that's great, blah, blah. You got to be something if you're going there, right?
Yeah.
But really, I liked what I saw there. Musa, strong shot, could have been a goal, should have been a goal, no luck. 65th minute of play, Pasalic, God bless him, sends him a perfect ball, sends in this fantastic volley. Again, it was the crossbar on the first shot. It was the post on the second shot. You're kind of just thinking, that's what I'm saying. Like the can's just going to pop open and he's just going to start rifling goals in. The reason I mention that is because I don't know whether it was, I made a note somewhere, but basically there's this thing with Ante Budimir, reminds me a lot of Dario Srna. Would prefer to create a scoring chance by faking a dive for, to get a foul than to fight it out for the ball. I'm always the kind of guy who's going to root for fight it out for the ball. Get the ball, be that guy, right? And that, I don't know, that just, stuff like that irritates me. And
But isn't also like Budimir the leading scorer on Osasuna?
Osasuna.
Like he's like their leading scorer ever.
He's a legend there.
Yeah.
And fantastic form. But again, Osasuna isn't the Croatian national team. And I was about to say what your comment about Perisic. I agree with you 100%. Is it not possible, though, that Dalic is saying, listen, I need you to get the ball in there. We got guys in here.
Well, he might be have a little bit of a different role.
Exactly, right?
And well, this is Dalic, and you can't really argue with him. I mean, the guy has all these successes under his belt. But he probably knows I can change Perisic's role from what he does at his club. My general thinking would be if he's doing really well at the club in this position, well, then put him in that position. However, the whole system might be different, right? So
This is exactly what I'm getting at.
he's fitting in well, and there's going to be that breakthrough.
I think so, too. But I think that with a guy that good, that you as a coach have that luxury of saying, I need you to do this for me.
Yeah.
Because we've got guys here.
Yeah.
I need you to fill this hole because you're, obviously.
He kind of does that with Luka, too.
Exactly, right? So the thing I noticed,
Modric, by the way.
I thought about that the other day. So I typed in, I went in to type in Luka Modric. I'm like, no, you just type in Luka. Everybody,
And it all comes up.
everything that's going to come
One
up.
name only.
Yeah, it was total.
By the way, did you see that Italian?
Oh, that was good. You reposted that. Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
So the Italian commentator, right? He's playing for Milan, and you know how they'll use like the ball goes this guy and then this guy and this guy. So he's like naming. I don't know the exact names except for Luka Modric.
It's
But
in Italian only.
it's all in Italian. He's like whatever Alto Belli, so and so, Luka Modric, Maestro, Professor.
Vamos.
And then the ball goes to someone else. He's like, Luka Modric again.
He's literally serenading him on the. That was insane. Yeah, that was really funny. Yeah.
I don't know if we're allowed to use that kind of video. I'd like to pop it in.
We should.
Doctore or whatever
Dottore,
he called it.
something like that.
Professore.
Dottore.
Maestro,
Dottore.
Professore.
So the other notes that I made off of the Colombia game, coming into the end, game summary was that, again, more that Colombia didn't score and capitalize and win than that we actually dominated and won. Livakovic looked really shaky, and I get it. He's been having some club issues, blah, blah.
Yeah, yeah.
But it didn't, like when he punched out that ball and it was a moon shot, but it actually went forward.
But he's
a meter
back
and a half.
at Dinamo, right?
I think he is back
Yeah,
at
he
Dinamo
is,
now.
yeah.
And that was the way I looked at it. We didn't really have a finish. Wasn't overly too impressed. Come to the Brazil game, and we lost 3-1. And I went into that, again, because I was catching up on this. I was watching this after the fact. I already knew that we lost. I went into it kind of going like, I guess, whatever, blah, blah. And the first half, and especially the first 25 minutes, I was like, wow, we looked awesome, in my opinion.
That's promising.
Yeah.
We looked, again, taking into account that Dalic is experimenting,
Yep.
it looked fantastic.
Well, we have two more friendlies, right?
Yeah.
Do you know?
On home soil, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do we know who?
We do. I know we're playing the Czechs, and I think we're playing in Varaždin and in Osijek.
Czechs and
Varaždin
I think
and
we're
Osijek.
playing a big
Varaždin
team.
and Rijeka, yeah.
Do we get? No, we're not taking England. No,
No.
they're not.
I was going to say Italy,
Ah,
but you
forget
said
it.
you're
I
going to
didn't
play a
look
good
that up,
team. So.
But there are two more.
I'm going to get some.
Shay.
I'm going to get some hate for that.
No, you're not. Whatever.
Whatever.
Oh, but wait, he's got about the Brazil game.
Yeah.
They talked to Neymar.
Yeah, okay, no, I did print it out so because I thought it was absolutely hilarious. So talking about Neymar, well, he's not on the Brazilian team yet, but he hopes to be, whatever. And this is probably like 3 days ago. This is sometime last week, and because when I was covering the games, I was talking about how Croatia when they played Brazil, they kicked them out of the quarterfinals in 2022 in Qatar, and that famous penalty, right? So hold on, if I may read, may digress. I feel like Peter Falk here. Okay. Neymar says it felt like he was attending his own funeral when he looks back at Brazil's 2022 quarterfinal defeat to Croatia on penalties. So, Santos forward, he was on a podcast recently. So they lost 4-2, and he was supposed to take the 5th penalty, which he says he always takes it, whether it comes or not, right? So, speaking to his Santos teammate during a YouTube interview, Neymar said, "In my life, I've always taken the 5th penalty." Okay, who cares about that? "I thought I was going to die." He described it as visiting his own funeral. So, "I thought I was going to die," Neymar said. "We went to the hotel after the match. It felt like the world had ended, and you were gradually reuniting with your family. Everyone walked past you looking a bit serious, pulling a face like, 'What a load of shit.' I saw what my funeral would be like. I swear to God, it was in a small room, sitting there, and everyone was arriving. My family arrived, and more people kept coming in. Everyone had red eyes, not saying a word. It felt like I was inside a coffin, and everyone was saying, 'Wow, you're still alive, eh?' That's the feeling I had." So I think we can pat ourselves on the back for that one.
We
Literally
gave you an
killed the
out-of-body
guy.
experience.
Yeah, yeah. Out of body. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But anyways, then.
yeah, I would. Dude, grow a pair, man.
I know.
It's football. Come on, we can take it seriously, but it's not life ending.
Yeah,
But that is kind of funny,
yeah,
and that's also impressive that we did it.
yeah. It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys saw, but I really liked what I saw. It looked really, and Livakovic looked like the Livakovic of old. He looked stable. Everything was like he was controlling it. Now, I like to see stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? Because you remember back when we were young men, and you'd see like a Dražen Mladić float out into.
No, when he'd go to dribble the ball or something,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, just don't do it, please. Just kick it forward.
Exactly, and I actually think Mladić was an excellent goalman. I really do.
He was.
But he would go a little bit off, off script sometimes, and you're kind of like,
Yeah.
"Oh, please don't do that. Please don't do
Yeah,
that."
yeah.
But 11th minute of play, Perisic again. Kramaric looked fantastic. Kramaric didn't play the first game; he came in as a sub, I think in the first game against Colombia. But in the second game, him and Perisic looked really, really useful together as a tandem on the bench.
So predictions, World Cup.
In terms of how we're going to do, or what are we starting with?
I guess we can only talk about the group phase, right?
Yeah,
We're playing in
Yep.
Dallas, Philadelphia, and Toronto.
ooh,
Toronto's like a home game,
that's basically a home
Should be.
game.
Yeah.
right? All the Croatians there. I remembered you. And Philadelphia, Dallas. Apparently, Dallas has got a community too. Philadelphia,
It does.
I assume they do.
Philly, I think, has a bit of a community as well.
So, in Toronto, we're playing Panama.
Yeah.
I think that's a given.
And see, England's first,
Yeah.
and I think
that's
that's going to
gonna
set
be
the
17,
tone
yeah.
for the.
That's a given.
Yeah.
Well, England, they don't like us when it
No.
comes to playing us because they have bad experiences.
yeah, we've handed them two very, very key defeats,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like
At Wembley, one.
that
Yeah.
Wembley one. And that, by the way, that goal by Petric at Wembley,
Yeah.
still one of the best goals in Croatian history.
Oh, and I like Bilic. It was raining. He was out there in a suit, getting
Yeah.
wet. Meanwhile, the England coach had an umbrella.
Yeah.
I think somebody was even holding it for
Oh,
him.
no.
You
Yeah,
know. And then he
said
got
he wiped his
fired
ass,
the
bro.
next day. They canned him the next day. But so I think England is a given. No, England. Okay, let's be serious. It'll be a tough match.
It's going to be a tough match.
It's good, definitely. And
It's going
Panama.
to set the tone, though. That's
And
what-
then the
Yeah.
third is
the third is
so significant that
why am I drawing a blank on this?
Senegal? No.
mind
Ghana.
block.
Ghana,
Ghana,
there we
Ghana,
go.
yeah.
There we go.
It's hard to. We don't see so much of African football
Yeah,
that you don't know, And then remember Cameroon in the '90s,
in the
or
80s, 84.
in 80, well, also in '88.
Yeah,
They totally shocked everybody.
Roger
Roger
Milla.
Milla. Yeah.
Roger Milla.
So you
They
don't
should
know.
have beat
Ivory
Bulgaria-
Coast, they all play in France, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And they should have gone through in that.
I think they got ripped off.
They got totally ripped off.
Yeah. Against?
England.
Exactly.
It was reffing. Let's be honest. Come on.
Yeah.
England got through because of skewed reffing. Everybody now can say that. Back then, it was a tap. No, it was reffing, and that's a fact. And quote me on that.
We're going to move on?
My personal opinion is the following, and I have I got really, really peeved when Cico Krajncer was coach after Germany, and we dumped out of the group, and our group was Brazil, Australia, us, and I can't remember the third, but it was a non-factor team.
Yep.
And we got dumped out of the group, and his thing was like, well, that's the quality of our team right now. No, it's not. Croatia is always a national squad that makes it past the group. Do we go any further than that? That is up for debate.
Yeah.
But we are always a team that makes it past the group. Slaven Bilic proved that point when we beat Norway's first team with our B team, when you've got a good mentality.
What's going on in your player's head if the coach says that's our team now? You know, what's going on in the players' heads? As opposed to telling them, you know, you're Croatia, you go through the group phase. Not like, well, that's the quality we have now. Well, thanks a lot, coach.
Exactly. That's such a. By the way, like think about the team that you had then.
I mean,
Luka was on
he's
that
a guy
team.
that passed away. It's okay.
Look, I'm not.
But it's just,
Speaking ill of the dead doesn't.
it's not personal.
It's not personal. This is. I think him and Dinamo was awesome. There's nothing, not enough positive I could say about that. But we have to be honest about real things, because if you're not going to make honest assessments, you're not going to improve going forward. That team had Luka Modric on it. Luka Modric was not playing primarily because his son had to play.
Yeah.
And his son, by the way, I thought was a really good player, but not for the 10.
Yeah.
He's not the general of the midfield. That's Luka. Everybody sees that now.
Yep.
Dado Purisha was on that team. Dado Purisha was so exasperated in the game against Australia that he started coming back into our own 16 to get the ball.
Yeah.
This is a goal scoring guru, and you're having him waste his energy.
Yeah. I feel sorry that guy got discovered late.
So do I. So do
Yeah.
I. But it is what it is. And let's be honest, he did a lot of good things for our national squad. And
Yeah.
kudos to him, because he was already getting old and injured, right?
Yeah. Monaco, too.
Monaco, what did he do? 4 goals in the.
He had like a record.
Yeah, like it was just ridiculous. Everything he touched, he scored.
Are we going to move on?
I just want to get back to one thing about Brazil, because I got to get this off my chest. All right. So, Luka made 2 key mistakes, like very uncharacteristic, but he gave away the ball twice on our own end, and you don't do that. And one of them led directly to a goal, like directly to a goal.
That's rare.
That's very rare. Vušković was playing well, and then I see the following. So, Fruk, coming out of our end, Fruk gets the ball on the wing. By the way, I really like Tony Fruk. He's in Rijeka,
Yeah.
fantastic
Great.
player. Coming off the wing, doesn't even hesitate. Takes a look, sees his guy coming in, a beauty center shoot, like a beauty, because it was I think it was Sucic, I want to say. It doesn't matter. He had 2 Brazilian players all over him. No, it was Maier, Lovro Maier. He had 2 Brazilian players like on either side, and Fruk just puts in this beauty of like right on his
the
foot
goal,
for the goal. Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. We're now 1-1 with Brazil. This is looking the way we should look, right? I'm not saying you're going to beat Brazil all the time. Brazil's Brazil. But we're looking the way we should look. And then we come in in the second half. Vuškovic's foul in the 82nd minute was red card worthy. He did not even pretend to look at
Yeah.
the ball. He literally went to take somebody's head off. Not smart.
Didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm just going to say not smart. Please don't do that in the future, because we don't need stuff like that. It's like Dujic Chaleta kind of always makes bad fouls at the wrong time. Don't do that. It's just not. It's not smart, right? Then we had the 83-minute goal, beauty. 85. That penalty was complete BS.
Yeah.
That was like BS of the highest order. Okay, so they get the penalty. I'm not a big fan of this, arguing with the refs. Just like, okay, you're a scumbag, screw you, whatever. But that was not a penalty. There is no way Shutola should have been called for anything there. If anything, the Brazilian guy should have been called because he hooked his leg around Shutola
And then fell.
and then dove. Like it was plain as day, right? So that's BS of the highest order. However, This play with Vuskovic, 45-minute of the first half, a little bit extra time. Modric shoots it in. Vuskovic with a nice header, almost scores. Beautiful. We get the corner. Modric shoots in the corner. Again, Vuskovic is in action. Blah blah. And again, he does this thing of like, oh, I've been fouled and I'm about to die. But as he's falling, he looks up. Did anybody notice? So now I know that you're diving for a foul.
Yeah.
Okay, it really gets up my arse, right? I know you're diving for a foul now. The ball, Brazil, because you're playing Brazil. This isn't Burkina Faso, man.
Yeah.
You're playing Brazil. They do a counter that goes like this. Duff, 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 duff. Boom, goal. Why? Because your key
Lying
defenseman
around.
is lying around on in their 16-meter box. What are you doing, dude? Again, Brazil, not Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Well, okay, for him, he's young. He's really
Again,
young.
and I
He's
love
really
the guy.
young.
I love the guy.
and
He's got loads of talent.
Huge potential.
Absolutely.
And Nicola's got something to say about him.
Well, I mean, not much. I did an AI printout, but I mean, just saying, everyone's got major praise for the kid. He's 19.
He's
I mean, he could be one of the best guys going
The transfer
forward.
market is like prices.
Transfer
way up
market
there.
has him at 40 to 60 million. His value's going through the roof. Everyone's slobbering all over the kid.
the guy's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
These are mental mistakes.
Yeah.
Well, this,
Yeah.
this is what
That's what he's-
they got to mature.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
And I'm sure he will.
I think with him and with Guardiola,
That's one of his comparisons,
Yeah.
player comparisons. Yeah.
we are for the first time ever. I think our strongest line will be our defense because we've always been midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember, like
Yep.
the generation Asanovic, Boban, Soldo, and all those, and Stanic. Those guys were ridiculous,
Yeah.
right? Then it's the Luka and Brozovic, Rakitic, like Mateo Kovacic is coming,
coming
back.
back.
Oh my
He's right
God,
back.
I
He's back
still
now.
think he's
Yeah.
one of the best ever. But this is a hardcore defense.
Yeah.
Guardiola, Vuskovic, when they come into their prime, wow,
Hmm.
that's impressive.
He's pretty tall, too. 193.
That's another thing I wanted to
Yeah.
mention just quickly. Igor Matanovic. Man, is it nice to have a 6'5" striker?
He plays in Eintracht, right?
Exactly.
That guy's good.
He's good.
That guy's really good. He unfortunately, he's had a few injuries recently in the last like half year, and it's kind of holding him back. But I think he could be like kind of like Mandzukic.
Something like that.
You know what I mean?
But Manja wasn't that tall. This
No,
guy's 6'5".
Yeah, but and he's good. He's
good.
really good. It's just give him like half a year with no injuries, and you're going to see a lot.
I'm just thinking of him in the center of the pitch. You remember Oliver Bierhoff?
Yep.
Right. He didn't move around too much. Just send him a useful ball,
Yeah.
and he'll do what needs to be done. So I thought that was really nice to have that. Other than that, that's about all I had. That's the way I saw the games. I don't know how
Yeah.
you guys saw them, but that's the way I saw them.
Well, it remains to be seen what happens. We got this in June, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully Croatia goes far. Hopefully the games aren't at 2 a.m. Croatian time.
Yeah.
If they are, we'll have to watch them anyway.
We'll take one for the team.
I prefer a breakfast game to a 2 a.m. game,
Yeah.
but still, 2 a.m. is 2 a.m. You got to do what you got to do. Like you're a Vatreni fan. You're a Vatreni fan. We were talking about the old team. I'd just like to make a note. Schuker is a candidate for the International Football Hall of Fame, which is in Mexico. I don't know why, but it's there. He's 58, and he's a candidate for this thing, this Football Hall of Fame, which is actually called El Salón de la Fama del Fútbol Internacional. And it's based on votes by journalists. I believe it's journalists.
Makes sense, huh?
And so he's a candidate. If he gets voted in, he would be the only Croatian, except for there's no Croatian footballer, but Victor Manuel Vucetić is a former Mexican player who's of Croatian descent, and he's already in there, which is like, food for thought.
Is
little
this
facts.
his first year eligible for that?
I don't know if it works that way.
Yeah,
They didn't
I
really
don't know.
say.
I think they just kind of every year they just suggest some people and they go with it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's as organized as
Yeah,
like in
okay.
North America with football, baseball, hockey.
Yeah, like
where you
first
actually-
ballot Hall
first
of Fame.
ballot
Yeah,
and blah blah.
And then there's another thing. Even though I'm a Hajduk fan, there is a former Dinamo player that I think deserves a word more than this podcast, but we can do it. He passed away. Srećko Bogdan. Chechi. This guy's from Međimurje. He left a huge mark. And he played for Dinamo. 595 games.
that's a lot of games.
125 goals from 75 to 85. And then he went to Germany and he played for Karlsruhe. An additional 450 games.
Exactly, that's what I saw.
That's over 1,000 games.
Yeah, because you stop at the Dinamo and you're kind of like, oh, that's a long career, and then you go like, holy.
He
Then he
played
nearly
up to
doubled it.
93. I didn't know this guy existed in 91, 92.
He played for the national team.
Oh, wow.
450 games.
Yeah.
And then he went into coaching, and he had the youth thing, and he stayed at Karlsruhe. Then he tried some independent coaching. But he deserves a mention.
Absolutely.
A nod of respect.
Yeah.
75 to 93. That's a
like-
long career.
Jeez,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So he passed away at the age of 70. He's like a hero
old.
in football when it comes to Međimurje. And hats off to Chechi.
Yeah.
Dinamo gave him they put out a nice statement. Zeitz, who was his roommate, also mentioned how he remembered him. And I think that deserves mention. You know. That's up. Even though I'm a Hajduk fan, but
Got to tip the hat every once in a while.
yeah. If you don't got anything else, I got something.
Shoot.
World Rally, WRC
Oh,
Rally
yeah.
was in Croatia.
Yeah.
Fifth
Just
time.
wrapped
Yeah.
up, yeah.
This is huge for these people that follow this.
Absolutely.
Massive.
Like, you know,
yeah.
I watch Formula One. I don't really watch Rally, but Rally's got a huge fan
Oh,
base.
it's
Yeah.
like cult level stuff.
Yeah,
It's huge, yeah.
Yeah.
it's huge. And they get hurt more than all the other ones.
I actually had I was watching it because when I was doing the TV show, I get into the into the back end and I
Yeah.
start watching it, right? And these guys are they're killing it, right?
Well, these are roads that we can go down. And imagine trying to go that fast down that road.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I think one of the other news houses had some female reporter. She got in a car with them and she had to sign a waiver first.
Yeah.
You know,
Fruk went in a car.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was in a
And-
car because they were in Rijeka based, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, Fruk went in there.
they're like,
Some
it's
video.
a harrowing experience, you know, just sitting in the car with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I always like the co-driver
Yeah.
Yeah,
because the co-driver's like basically
it's a left. Yeah,
yeah, and it's
whatever.
like 25 left because he's just bouncing around, just reading off a page, going like, yeah, and the guy has to make sense of this, right?
Yeah,
It's
he
actually
does, yeah.
quite interesting.
Yeah. Well, they're
It's
obviously
huge. He
you
relies
know,
completely on him.
They're in sync. They're a team.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But Japanese Takumoto Katsuta of Toyota won. Apparently, this Belgian Thierry Neuville went off the track, and that ruined his whole. He had like a minute and 15.
He had a minute
That was
15
a-
advantage, right?
because his co-pilot misread, or they didn't know at the time when I was watching the video, they didn't know if he misread the turn or he didn't communicate it well or the driver didn't get it.
Well, I don't know
There
if you
was
guys
some
saw
kind
this
of miscommunicado.
because they talked to him, the
Yeah.
driver, Thierry Neuville, after like right out. He hadn't even
Yeah.
gotten out of the car, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of I always love hearing people give interviews in English when they're native French speakers.
Yeah.
It just makes it sound
Yeah,
more
yeah,
interesting, right?
yeah.
And I'm gonna like paraphrase, but roughly it was kind of like, "This should not happen. We will have to analyze why
Oh, I
this
saw
happened."
that.
Yeah.
And then you can see the guy kind of like, "I kind of think I know what happened,"
Yeah, I don't want the mic in my face right now.
and he was not happy. And I get it; he wasn't happy.
You don't put the mic in my face now. Anyway, Finnish Sami
Sami
Pajari
Pajari, yeah.
took second place. He's in a Toyota. And Hayden Padden from New Zealand in a Hyundai i20 took third. However, there was a story on one of the social networks. I believe it was X or Instagram. They had a picture. Another team, I don't think it was Neuville. I think it was another one. They tire blew. They went off the road, you know, and they're stranded out there in the middle of these villages and all that. So little Croatian family invited him in for lunch.
Yeah, invite him in for drinks or something, and they refused to let him leave until they had lunch or something like that.
And they're sitting at the table
that
in their suits, those race suits, and like kupus salatas there, right? Like zelja for those of you from the other parts, right? Cabbage salad. That's on the table. They had some sort of meat. There's like potatoes, like the whole thing. It's like a classic,
skinny, huh?
simple Sunday lunch, right?
Yeah.
And they're there eating, and then Hyundai actually put it up. It said driving in Croatia is great or something like that. I think that's
cool,
so
yeah.
cool.
That is hilarious because we've been in that situation,
Yeah.
right? Like coming to somebody and they're
Like, I got a race to do, but
yeah, it's like really, I've got and
only
like,
one
no,
more
no.
rakia, please.
And I remember I went with Jedinko. He was in my unit, and it was a relation of his. We were at in Komletnici, right?
Uh-huh.
And we had a bit of off time, so we went back out, right? And it was a relation of his, and I was going like, nah, and he like literally did one of those like gritted teeth. He was like, sit down, because they'll get offended.
Yeah, you have to. You have to eat.
yeah.
Got it.
And these drivers, they looked like they were eating. Like they weren't like just dirtying the plate a little bit, right?
Muscly, right?
Hey, it's lunch.
That is awesome.
The car's dead. You can't do anything
You're not
about
gonna
it.
fix it, right?
You're way out there now, so
Yeah.
you're not going to finish this stage. Might as well have lunch.
Actually, if you think about it, even from the driver's perspective, they're for Team Hyundai, right?
Yeah.
That is such good PR for Hyundai.
Exactly. That's why they put it up.
Like it's
That's why they
awesome.
put it up. They're in their suits at the table.
Cool, man.
That is killer, man.
Yeah, I really like that. I thought that was cool. A bit of Croatian hospitality.
I like the
On the
fact, and
world
we should mention that William Prodan, Croatian driver, the top Croatian driver, finished 18th.
Yeah.
Like it was really not a bad showing. He's from roughly my neck of the woods. He's from Buzet.
Well, that's where they were racing. Your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And good on him, because like
Yeah.
he was, actually the second last day he was 19th. He actually moved up a spot on the last day.
And we lost this rally for like 1 year, was it? Now they
Last
got
year,
it again,
didn't hold it,
and they said that they're already securing next year.
Yeah, so Shashkin, one of the key people in the business for us, he specifically said after the race that we've secured next year, and that we're in negotiations to have it secured till 2030.
Oh, wow.
But I
Good.
think after
Yeah.
this Hyundai racers eating,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on, how do you turn this down?
That did it.
One more quick nod to another athlete. I think we're kind of short on time.
Yep.
Dino Prizmic, tennis,
Good
20
for
years old. This week he broke into the top 100 thanks
Yeah.
to making it to the final of the Challenger tournament in Monza.
Exactly.
Good.
So he went up 19 spots. He's in 87th.
Yeah.
Cilic made it to the second round of the Masters. He's in 48th and so forth. Donovekic also jumped up in the women's rankings a little bit.
Well, she made it to the final in Linz.
She made it to the semifinal in Linz.
That's right. She didn't make the final.
Yeah.
She lost to Potapova.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, she jumped up 37 spots. She's in 67th, which does not make her the best Croatian female tennis player. Antonia Ružić is.
Ružić, that's
yeah.
right.
Petra Marchenko is Antonia Ružić is 58th.
Yeah.
And Petra Marchenko is 80th. Then there's Jana Fet, Tara Wurt, and the rest of them.
Antonia Ružić is also killing it, and she's really coming because she's still a young. Both
Yeah.
her and
Oh, yeah,
Petra
super young.
Marchenko, they're still young players. And I would say with Prizmic, just as a quick final on that, he's young.
Yeah,
He's
20.
literally, when you see him, he's still growing into his body.
Yeah.
I see good things ahead for him.
Good.
So, anyways, we're going to cut it short there because Nicola's got father duties,
Yes.
and we'll be back. I think before the month is out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could have
We could have a guest for some golf, eh?
the president of the Golf Federation. And he just came back or coming back today from the Masters.
There
He
you
was
go.
just in a week in Augusta.
Well, there, folks, if you didn't think we do golf as
We
well.
do golf.
At least we're at the Masters.
All right, man. We'll see you in about a week and a half, 2 weeks' time. Until then, keep it between the ditches.